Okay, so in this video, I just want to show you how you get WooCommerce working with Media Cloud, how you set up Media Cloud to work with WooCommerce, and then some of the questions that people have that we get in support a lot that are sort of confusion around how things work. And hopefully by watching this video, those will answer your questions and you'll just see how easy it is to set this up. Now, for the WooCommerce integration to work, you do need to be using the Pro version of Media Cloud. If you're using the basic or free version, well, the integration's in the Pro version. So that said, what we're going to do now is we're going to activate Woo. This is a new, fresh WordPress install. I do have Media Cloud installed and set up, but just the basic S3 connection info is set up. We'll set up the rest later. So let's just activate Woo and go through their setup wizard. So we're going to skip Jetpack because Jetpack is a piece of crap, and then just do some junk data here. None of your business. None of your business. We're going to use the storefront theme. Okay, so everything is set up with Woo. Let's go into Media Cloud here. So for our little demo test site thing, we're going just to sell zip files. This could be video files or audio files as well. So we're going to come in here to settings, and we've got all of our S3 already set up. So what we want to do is turn on privacy settings for uploads. In particular for document uploads, we want to make those private, so that when they're uploaded to S3 or whatever cloud storage provider you're using, they aren't publicly accessible. So we just set this to private. Everything else will be public. You definitely want your images to be public, unless you're selling images, and then that's a different deal. And then you're going to come down here to secure URL settings, and we're going to turn on pre-signed document URLs. And then we're going to just set the number to 1 minute or 2 minutes. So what this does is, now that anybody tries to download a document or whatever, Media Cloud will generate a signed URL that's only good for a minute or so. And that just means that people can't pass around this URL. They have a minute to access the URL, or the URL expires. It doesn't mean like if you have like a 10 gigabyte upload, that's going to take them 2 weeks to download. The expiration is only how long it takes them to click that link or to go to that URL. However long it takes them to download the stuff doesn't matter, okay? We get a lot of confusion about that. So click Save Changes. Now the other thing I want to do is turn on direct uploads for documents only, because we don't need to send those to WordPress. That would be a waste of time. So I've turned on direct uploads, but I've turned it off for everything but documents. And I'll save those changes. And then we'll go to our library here and we will upload a zip file. So we've uploaded this zip, and you'll see here this lock icon. It just indicates that this upload is private and that it can't be publicly accessed. Now one question we get is when people click on this and they see this weird __mcloud /attachment blah 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 blah, This URL is only for the WordPress admin, so that the WordPress admin doesn't choke. That's all it is. It's just sort of a workaround for WordPress admin. You should never use this URL for anything. It's just there so that WordPress admin functions correctly. So we'll close this out. And if you do pop up the cloud info here, you'll see the access authenticated read, which just means it's private, but the lock icon tells you the same thing. So there, we're good to go. We can add a new product. We'll set it to virtual, downloadable. It'll be free. We'll add the file that we just uploaded, but you could upload a new file here as well. People get hung up on this as well, this file URL. Don't worry about this. Media Cloud will change this every time that someone goes to download the file through their account. So you don't need to worry about this. Just make sure you use the choose file thing, select the file, and you're good. We'll set a product image. Set that as the product image, and then we'll publish this. Then we can come view the product. We can add it to the cart. We can view our cart. Proceed to checkout. Then US 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay, and then we'll place the order. And now we can download it. So this is for sure 100% coming off of cloud storage, and we can see that this link here is to your WordPress site, because what WooCommerce does is there's 3 ways that it works. The default way is it on your WordPress backend, it will load up that URL and stream it. You can also do a redirect, which they say in the settings is insecure, but it's actually, because we're using signed URLs, secure. And I forget the second way, but the second way depends on your server, what web server you're using. So the default way is pretty secure. It can put a load on your server though, because your server is piping through. So if you've got secure URLs turned on, you can do the better performing option, which they incorrectly say is, if we come in here in WooCommerce settings, come to products here, downloadable products. Redirect only. This, they say it's insecure, but because you're using signed URLs, it is not. So we click on this and we'll go back to the site. I'll go to my account so I can download my stuff. This will download again. If I copy this address, you'll see that this is the Gutenberg Amazon S3, and then all this after this is the signed expiring URL. So someone could take this, they could send it in an email, but by the time anyone has received it, it's expired, they can't download it. So depending on how busy your site is, it depends on what you want to set those settings to. So if we go back to this section here, this is 100% the more secure, but it will put some load on your server, especially if you have huge files. If you don't have huge files, leave this as is. And if you don't have like a huge number of downloads happening on your site, leave it as is. But if you have a high volume site and you've got huge files, you're going to want to do something other than this. This is great, but this requires Nginx as your web server. And then redirect only would be your second choice in that particular scenario. So that's the extent of Media Cloud's integration with Woo. It's very transparent. Hopefully this video solved some of your questions or answered some of your questions. And of course, if you have any others, just feel free to shoot an email to support or open a ticket or whatever.